Welcome to practice set number 3, AP CSA, multiple choice final review. What we're going to want to look at, first one is dealing with an array. I'm going to read the question first. What, if anything, will be the contents of new vowels as a result of executing the code segment? All right, so I actually have to read the code. Up here we have true, false, true, true is what old vowels is, and then new vowels are going to give me 4 spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 4-spot array. Okay, pew, 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 and pew. Okay, there's 4 spots. Old vowels dot length -1. So this is last index here. Okay, we're going to go through to the first index because we're equal to 0. We're going to subtract 1 every time. So this is not going to go out of bounds. We're going to be fine there. So new vowels J, so that's the last index of new vowels, is going to be old vowels' last index, but not that. So we're going to flip it. So last index of new vowels is going to be the opposite of old vowels' last index. So this guy, we're going to put a false back here. Okay. And then we're going to subtract. So that means we're going to go backwards. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to change the next guy, false. Next one would be true. Next one would be false. So now I'm matching false, true, false, false, C. Number 2, I'm going to read which of the following represents my data after the incorrect remove dupes is executed. Okay, so there's something wrong with this function right here, this method. The method remove dupes is intended to remove all adjacent duplicate numbers from my data, but does not work as intended. For example, if my data has the column remove should have 3, 4. Okay, that makes sense. We're removing duplicates. We're going to assume that my data has the following values: 2, 7, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, unfortunately, I have to run this method and see what's going on here. Now, removal. When I'm removing from an array list, usually that makes me suspicious of going forward. Because when you go forward and removal, you always kind of have that shifting of things moving down. So we're going to have to be careful of that shifting going on. And I'm noticing we are starting at 1 and we are adding. So that means we are going forward with removal. This is going to be a problem with the duplicates. So I'm going to make notes of where we are starting. We're starting with 2, 7, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 3, 3, 3. And I'm going to make notes of what index each of those are at. I'm going to scoot up a little bit. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're starting at K of 1, so let's make notes of that over here. K is 1. K is less than my data dot size. That's 11 at this time. We are going to be shrinking though, right? Because we're going to be shrinking because we're moving. My data get K, so 1, so this guy right here, is he equal to K minus 1? So is he equal to his left neighbor? That is not the case, okay? We're going to add 1 to our K. Is 2 equal to 1? Or 2, is spot 2 equal to spot 1? 5 is not equal to 7, so let's add 1 to K. Spot 3 is equal to spot 2, so I do have to read this. My data dot remove K, so I'm going to remove spot 3. So let's make notes of what the new array looks like. It's going to look like this. Everyone's going to kind of shift down 1, right? And now I have a size of 10. I now have to add 1 to K though. 4 is less than 10. So now I'm going to check, is spot 4 equal to spot 3? Yes. So spot 4 is going to get kicked out. So let's make notes of what our new array looks like. All right, now I'm at a spot of 9. 5. Is spot 5 equal to spot 4? Yes. So I'm going to kick out spot 5. Beep, 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 beep. Unfortunately, this one does take a little bit of time. I am now at 8. Add 1, spot 6. Is spot 6 equal to spot 5? Yes. So I got to cross out that 3. 2, 7, 5, 5, 6, 3, 3. I now have 7 people. 7 is not less than 7, so I have to stop. So my answer is 2755633. 2755633. C. That one, unfortunately, you just kind of had to run through it, but you do have to kind of almost leave yourself some tracking messages. And remember, you're allowed to write all over the booklet as much as you want. So I would write over or scratch all over all my booklet for this one especially. Now, if you are running behind, let's say you don't have time to answer this question, what I would notice is that there's probably going to be duplicates, right? So it's probably not going to fix everything like A. Number one, we know it's incorrect, so it definitely is not going to fix and be perfect. The other one that I do note is if I would start running the first one, I notice that there would be a 5 left behind, more likely than 2 5s. So I do know it's probably not A or B. That would allow me to mark off C, D, or E. And also, it definitely is going to remove somebody, so it definitely can't be E in that regard either. So if I would have stopped after the first probably 2 removals, I probably could have figured out that it's not A, B, or E. And then I'm kind of down to C and D, which would give me an idea of which one to select. 50-50 shot then. Number 3 is dealing with a 2D array. We want to know the value of sum as a result of executing the code segment. So sum the variable. First thing I notice is we have an enhanced for loop. So this enhanced for loop is going to pull each row into H. Okay, so the first row, that will become, I said HX, excuse me guys. This would be the X row, and then this would be X, and then that would be X. Y is equal to 0. Okay, so we're starting on the furthest left. Y is less than x dot length minus 1. Ooh, look at this. This is out. This is not normal. Usually it's x dot length. So we're going to leave the last number. We're not actually going to leave, we're not going to use that number because we can't go up to that number. Y plus plus. So we're going to take each row, but we're not going to add the last guy. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 would give us a value of 6. And then 5 plus 6 plus 7. 6 plus 5 would be 11, 17, 24. And then the last guy, 9, 10, and 11. Well, 24 plus 9 is 33, 43, 54. So my answer is B. And that is the end of practice set number 3.